We are live, live, live. Let's see. Are we? Yes. Let's get meta. Let's get real meta. Let's see if we can do this. Let's get meta. Let's get real meta. Let's see if we can do this. Okay. We're just setting up. Trying something different today. If this may not want to cooperate. Trying something different today. Oh, that's why. Okay, remember to hit all the steps. Okay, got it. Oh, that's why. Okay, remember to hit all the steps. Okay, got it. I'm just learning this program, sorry. So, oh, hey, somebody's already in here. Look at that. I was supposed to have music going, and you can tell I'm very new at this. Whoops. Sorry about that. I just got the microphone set up that I wanted, and yeah, I guess we're gonna test it out and see if it all works the way it's supposed to. Okay, so you can hear me over this, or does it need to go lower in volume? You guys, you let me know. Oh, you like learning? Me too. Okay, girl. Shabbat Shalom, by the way. This is Shabbat. Julius the 20th of 2026. I refuse to not use the etymological understanding. So, in fact, that's kind of what we're gonna do. Okay, me louder or music louder? You gotta be specific. Maverick is in the house. I got Stacy and Maverick. All right. Okay, so music louder or me louder? Or music no. We can do music no. We can do me no. You tell me. I don't have to be talking. But I just thought it might be a little bit easier than trying to communicate everything via chat. You know what I mean? I need to make this bigger so I can see it, because I'm getting old. Let's see what y'all are saying. Oh, I'm fine? Music louder. Okay, thank you. I did a test earlier. Now tell me if that's too loud. Right now we're hitting at we're crossing over this. I'm gonna bring it down just right here. I don't really want it crossing here much. Is that too much? That's gotta be too much. I got it capped right here in the yellow. I think if we can cap it at 24 maybe? Or is that too loud? Okay, so I've got to remember all these settings. Thank you guys for helping me. Shabbat Shalom, by the way. What was I doing? I love being live, can you tell? I was gonna look up some stuff today. That's what I was gonna look up. Let's see what you guys are doing. Okay, now it's fine. Got it. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay. Well, let me know if it gets to be too much. Some of these songs may get kind of wild. I don't know. Not in the sense that they're out of Yasharel, but just the genre, you know. So, let me see. I was gonna look up some stuff today to show you guys how I do some research. So, I kind of wanted to just show you guys, first of all, this is my Brave browser. You can see the little lion down here. This helps me bypass most of the YouTube ads. So if you guys are wanting to avoid YouTube ads, get the Brave browser. You can get the app or whatever. This is not a plug. They do not pay me. So anyway, let's look up some words. Family in Hebrew. This is going to be using the Brave browser, connected to Google. But as far as I know, it's all protected. You can look into that. There's a whole lot of like information on it. This is just going to give you like the AI overview, but that's not what we want here. This is probably what you might be used to typing whenever you come into, like, I just want to know what, you know, how to spell this or how to spell that. This method is kind of like how to start from scratch. Like, you don't know where to go exactly. So this is how most people probably would search. This is how I would search. Something more along the lines of Hebrew word for family. And if that doesn't bring me anything, what I'm looking for is Bible Hub, usually. Bible Hub is the easiest for me to navigate. I wish I could... Oh, I can. I forget I'm on display capture. Okay, so I can see you at the same time. I just haven't chosen to. Okay, here we go. So we just searched... This is all we searched to get here. We just searched Hebrew word for family. Now, it was definitely not in the top. You definitely don't want to mess with the AI as much. You want to come down here. So something you're more familiar with, sometimes it'll be Blue Letter Bible. For me, it's Bible Hub. Click on that. It'll bring you here. And it automatically brings up, in this case, the exact reference number, which is Hebrew 4940, Mashpachah. Now, what's interesting about this, now you know, or some of you probably will know, you read right to left when you're reading Hebrew. Yeah, Maverick uses Bible Hub for concordance. And yeah, this is like quick reference, like, you know, you just had it at your fingertips, you just had your phone, you didn't have your concordance with you or whatever. I like to do a lot of my research this way and then screenshot it so I can later go back and look. You do however it works for you. You'll notice here there are a ton of vowel points. So I'm going to copy this real quick and I'm going to go to Google Translate. You know where I'm going. Okay. I'm going to do, I don't want them to guess because it takes too long. So I'm going to put it in with vowel points and you'll see that it does come out to family in English, right? I don't have my, I can't show you what's on my phone because I have a Hebrew keyboard on my phone, but on the Hebrew keyboard there's no vowel points. These little dots and dashes and thingies, they're not there. So if you type this out literally word for word or letter for letter, let me show you what that's gonna look like. Let me first bring up the link tree. I know y'all don't know nothing about a link tree. Is it automatically connected to Strong's? It is, in that it gives you the reference number. See, Bible, Strong's, Hebrew 4940. So theoretically, we could look up any number here. I think I looked up 5558 or something yesterday. Anyway, so yeah, you can look them up directly that way. You can also bookmark these pages. I'm not going to bookmark this one, but you can bookmark here at the top and, you know, save it that way. This is also a really good reference for, like, what was it? I was reading Job. I think it was chapter 2. So you can kind of like type in stuff up here, but if I was going to look up information on that, specifically, if I wanted to see what Job looked like in the interlinear, that's exactly what I'm going to type. Job interlinear chapter 2, I think it was. Yeah, get the Hebrew keyboard, Stacy. Yeah, I can roll it. See? I told you it was gonna get wild. Is that any better? Okay, that should be significantly better. Okay. We just gotta cap that thing. Be getting out of control. So, Job Interlinear Chapter 2, and what I'm looking for is Bible Hub. Again, go wherever you're most comfortable and whatever, you know, speaks to you. But for me, it's this. Let me back out a little. Of course, let's see. I think it was. Let me do a control find because my brain's not working. It was something about pot. Yeah, potsherd. I wanted to be sure, like when he says he was, when it says he was scraping himself, his sores. I was like, I kind of want to know, is that like a literal shard of pottery? Like, what is that? So, had it in my mind to remember to look up today. So, 2789. Okay. I've never seen this word before. So, it is clay pottery. It is literally what it sounds like. A piece of pottery. And this, I know I was in the middle of looking this up. Documents. And I'm a visual person. Okay, here's a chart. I have a couple different charts saved on the link tree. Who else is in here? Metabelle, you're in here. Yeah, you didn't know I was doing that, did you? I didn't tell my friend. I didn't tell her I was popping on here doing all this. There's a lot of confusion when it comes to pictorial paleo, the way that it's supposed to sound, and then the way it comes across to us in English, you know, etc. So these are really great visuals to help understand. So if we were to look up, like we did earlier, Mashpachah, this letter here is going to be correspondent with... Oh, how did I want to do that? I think I want to get... I guess let's just do this. Yeah. Yeah, don't save. Get out of here. Get! Gone! Get! That's what happens when you just don't clear your cache. Note to self. Okay, so I'm just going to be spelling this the way that it is in English, right? This letter here, M, mem, right? Oop, where did it go? Okay. Mem, right here. Here's what it looks like in pictorial. Let me zoom in. Paleo. And this is relatively what it's going to look like in modern Hebrew. Now, I do think it's important to learn modern Hebrew. I didn't really feel that way at first coming into this, but it has helped tremendously, especially whenever it comes to looking up Strongs and, you know, being able to kind of read on sight rather than just trusting spellings. And that's kind of what I'm getting into here. That was my example. I'm going to move this out. Okay. So that's really interesting about the potsherd. So next letter, right? This one here is kind of an easier letter for me to personally memorize because it looks like teeth, kind of like two front teeth, which helps you make the sh sound, right? So this would be sheen, right? And I've got these capitalized. I know y'all know it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme, but there's a reason I'm doing it for this purpose. So next we have, it almost looks like a upside down G kind of, right? And you're initially going to want to put G. Trust me, you will. You will. I've done it. The interesting thing is that it's not very apparent here. Let me see if the other chart might be a little bit more clear. The horse and its rider, he has thrown into the sea. Here it is. That looks a little bit more clearly like the upside down G that the modern Hebrew, quote unquote, right? So G ends up being P. If you didn't see that, I'll go back. Sometimes I forget I'm showing people. I apologize. Live is not my natural state. So anyway, so this modern in modern Hebrew is gonna have still have the p sound, right? Okay. So next letter. Anybody want to take a crack? Anybody? Okay. I'll give you a hint. Ah! Whoops! Where did it go? Let's get that back. Yes, that's a great point, Metabel. There's meaning to the word, not just in the way it's constructed in Hebrew, but each individual character, glyph, if you will, does mean something, and that's really what these charts are outlining. So if you have a chance to download it, print it out, however you need to do it. But for me, it was printing out, but also writing. There's something about writing that really commits it to your memory, even though a lot of my writing takes place, in chats or whatever, using my phone. Even still, to use it frequently still helps. But I will say, writing by hand, pen, pencil, whatever, that's probably the ultimate to get it to memory. We have a couple more people. Shabbat Shalom. We got Dawn Follows Yah, and we got JJ. All right. Where were we here? I give y'all an assignment. Did y'all figure it out? This letter here. It's kind of on screen, so you might already know. It's this letter here, right? Now, I am not an expert. Do not count me as an expert. I am still a student, and I will probably always be a student. So don't take anything I say as pure fact. Always go and check. Always do your own research. And in fact, if I mess something up, I'd like for you to tell me, you know, because I don't like to be in the wrong, and I appreciate learning. So this one's going to be here, the CH, right? CH. So right now, here's what we got. And then last letter is a little bit easier once you kind of understand the difference between CH and this one. This is Chet. Chet, I think. And this one, the reason I can tell the difference is just because of this little break. Literally, that's it. That's the only that's the only thing that looks any different for me personally. So it's going to be this one here that has the break in it. See? Break, no break. Hey, or yeah, hey, and then Chet. So this one is going to be H. So the word that we use for family, or Mashpachah, is going to end up sounding, because we don't have vowels, right? It's going to end up sounding like this. Well, I should say first, even though it's just MSPCHH, right? If you want to look at it in the English, what it's going to sound like is, oops, this was SH, my bad. Yeah, if y'all caught my mistake there, I should have put SH instead of just S. There is an S and there is an SH. Let me just show you that difference. This would be S, right? It looks similar to a barb if you're looking at it in the paleo. And the one I did before, Sheen, the two teeth, right? That's the correct one. So I should have put SH. So, Mashpachah, and a lot of you will see it written differently, like, you might see it written like, right, you might see different interpretations, and I'm not here to judge, and I'm not here to, you know, everybody's walk is different, and let me tell you, up until pretty recently when I actually started learning the modern Hebrew, it was pretty typical for me to spell it out phonetically more so than focus on the actual characters, the actual representations. So do however you need to do to remember, but I will say this top version is more accurate. So just something to think about. What else? We could look up some words. I know I had one saved. Let me see if I have it on my phone. Judges 16:15. So let me do it this way, because sometimes it won't bring up the interlinear and it's hard to find it if you don't do it this way. So just trust me. Just start from square one. 16:15 interlinear. Alright. Ooh, I don't know why you didn't give us 15. I'm pretty sure there wasn't a discrepancy in the way I wrote that, but okay. So let's go back one. Judges 16:15. And she said to him, "How can you say I love you, and your heart is not with me?" Okay, so that's part of it. The main reason I'm here in this verse, let's see, is for this right here, 157. I love you in Hebrew, right? this is what it sounds like according to the Yiddish. Now, I do mean Yiddish, I don't mean Hebrew. And you guys know that. So, forget that for a minute. Let's focus here on I love you. From right to left, right? Let me zoom in. Whoop. Can we? Okay. Again, first time. Sorry. Okay, so you'll notice here it starts with an aleph. Aleph is probably the easiest to recognize. As the ox head, or the bull. Alright. So, oops, aleph. Let's get rid of this. Aleph. And what did we say this one was? You guys remember? It's on screen, but we talked about it just a moment ago. Hey, right? AH. This one's going to be one we haven't discussed yet, but it is near the top of the list. The best way I can remember this one is that it kind of looks like a tent or like a house. And if you know, that is bait. Right? We do not use the Yiddish V, we use the B. So, B. This one is going to be a little different. We're used to this letter. It looks kind of similar, right? So the differences are this one's connected, right? And this has a little flare kind of on the bottom, as well as it's not quite as flat on top. Different fonts are going to give you a little bit of a different look, but pretty much that stays the same. It's still connected, it still has a little bit of a flare tail. So, we know it's not Chet. We know it's not Hey. It is Tav. Tav. No V. Tav. So, AHBT is what we got so far. And this is probably going to be your most recognizable letter. Anybody want to take a crack at that? Shabbat Shalom, Mr. Kane. Alright, probably the most recognizable letter, to me anyway. Yod. It's just a little mark. Actually, it kind of shows up better on the other chart. You'll do a lot of switching back and forth because these charts aren't exact, you know, man makes mistakes, so do whatever you gotta do to figure it out. Oh, I know I passed it. Yeah, I did. Right here. Because these are on the right hand side. Okay, so that looks a little bit more like what we're dealing with here in Judges, right? And this letter would be the EE sound. It is written as Y, as in Yod He Vav He. That Yod He Vav He is as in the beginning letter, right? So this is going to be the EE sound, right? And the last letter, probably, as far as modern So I'm just gonna go ahead and narrow it down for you. It's probably one of the, I wouldn't say harder, but you just need to get used to like looking at it. It's this letter here, K. Now again, remember, we're not looking at all the dots, the dashes, and all that. We're looking at the main glyph itself. So this would be correspondent to K. This K sound. Now we already know there is a CH, so just don't mind that bottom part. It's more referring to the sound that it makes. It's essentially like a soft sound, a soft K. So just to round this off here, in order to say I love you, this is how you say it. Right, because this A is going to be implied, and then this B, Ahaba, T-Y, but it has a EE sound. So Ahabatyk is I love you. And that reference again is Judge 16:15. The context in which, let me go ahead and read the full. Woo. Now it's easier said than done whenever you're reading this, first of all, from right to left, but also in a context that still reads in English. So let me just... TS 2009 is kind of the main version that I use, but I don't know why it keeps doing that. It keeps going to 15 instead of 16. It's just being cantankerous. I'm sure I could have done this an easier way. Judges 16. Okay, so this is in regards to Samson and Delilah. See, I didn't go that far. I kind of wanted this to be a little bit fresh, that even I didn't know fully what was happening here. 16, 15. How can you say I love you, she asked, when your heart is not with me? This is the third time you have mocked me and failed to reveal me to the source of your great strength. You're probably gonna say, ooh, do we want to guess that's probably going to be Gadul strength? Or something? Gadul! Haha! 1419, Gadul. If we had some more time, I'd go over this one too, but you can see here, this is G. Easy way to remember G, or Gamel, rather, is that it kind of looks like a camel's foot. Camel. I don't know why. I don't know if I learned that somewhere. I have no idea. But here's Gamel here. D, Dalet, is door. Is a good way to remember. D, Dalet, door. There's several meanings. I'm just barely, I'm not even scratching the surface. If you know, you know. These have deep meanings, especially once you put it all together. Some people put their names together. I did that recently. Really revealing. Probably the most revealing that my name has ever been. So I'm one of those people that's just not a fan of my slave name. I said I wasn't going to, but I guess I'm going to because I'm doing it. So we got a G, a D. This letter is going to look sort of similar, especially in modern. It's going to look like kind of like this to you, right? It's also going to kind of, if you're not trained to the eye, it's going to kind of look like this, or it may look like this, but you're going to get to the size variation, like whenever every glyph is next to each other, there's a little bit of a difference, you can tell. But really, this is not to confuse you. because there are no O's and no V's. So this would be letter U. It is going to have kind of an O sound. Kind of. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, right here we got G-A-D-U. And then this is probably, in my opinion, the most recognizable letter. Gadul. Oops. Lamed. Lamed is the easiest probably for me. Shepherd staff is what it looks like. It looks like that in paleo and pictorial, and in my opinion, even in modern. So, because I've seen some staffs with like some really cool, like, you know, cane ornamentation. So it still looks like that to me. But anyway, Gadul. And so really all you have to put here, G-A-D-U-L. Gadul. Gadul is great, large, important, mighty. Alright. And those are just two words that we picked out of Judges 16:15. Interlinear. So again, all I had to do to search that was just type it in that way. Judges 16:15, interlinear, boom. Go to Bible Hub. So, with that being said, I guess we could check and see if Jimmy might be on. It is kind of early, but let's just see. Okay. He's not on yet. Okay. You guys, if you have any, like, any suggestions on what I should look up, or if, you know, you want me to do your name or something like that, drop it in the comments. Don't put it in the chat because the chat does not save. Put it in the comments, and that's separate. You may or may not have to wait till after this video is over. And oh, Brooke is in here too? Shabbat Shalom. So, if you guys have any suggestions on what I should do next, or if you care, I don't know. Hit me up, let me know in the comments section, not in the chat, but in the comments. You can also send me a message. Here is my email address. Where is me? It's funny, I get lost on my own page. Here we go. Nazareth. How about just read, you know? For me, I'm giving notes to myself. Email right here. Nazareth7@gmail.com. And if you guys want to hear some of the music that you've heard today, Straight Out of Christianity is the playlist. Ooh. Okay, so to get to my page, you're just gonna go to YouTube. Maybe don't do it caps. I don't know. See it here? YouTube.com/@. You have to put the @ NATZARETH. Hey, I can spell. Hey, that's cool. Anyways. Alright, I'm going to see you guys on the next one. I'm going to restart for the live with Jimmy. And he is live now. So I will see you guys there. Tudata Abba Yahuah. Shabbat Shalom.